Okay, so we got the pans,
Okay.
we got the pepper, we got the salt,
Yeah,
and we
so
got the balsamic.
I'm just going to start, preheating the stove. We'll get this pan nice and warm, turning it up to about 5 or 6 there.
Do you have this kind of stove at your house?
I have a gas range.
You have gas to your house?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
You guys... Chris just lives up the hill. In fact, I can see your house from my house, can I?
Yes.
So we could put up a tin can line if we wanted to.
We could run a gas line.
We could run a gas line. So I could get gas.
So just cleaning the chicken off, and one thing you'll notice about how I cut the chicken is going to be kind of important.
You need a knife?
Yeah, a knife.
Or do you do karate chop? It's Asian chicken, so you should be able to karate chop it. Here, catch.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut it right down the thickest part of the middle, like so, so that it flays out like a butterfly.
Mm-hmm. Yummy goodness butterfly.
Yep. And the idea is just to get the maximum surface area, so it's going to cook really evenly and really quickly. It's also going to present nicely on the plate. Okay, so pan's hot.
Presentation.
Yeah. Pan's hot, so drop that in there. Actually, turn it up a bit even. And then, here's the special sauce. Literally, the special sauce is balsamic vinegar. And we're going to cook this in pretty much nothing but balsamic. A little bit of water. If this reduces down too far, we'll add a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And then
Balsamic is so great to cook in.
yeah, it's
That's all I use now in my stir fry.
it's low carb. I mean, look
Yeah.
at those stats.
Yeah,
It's just pure tastiness.
it is.
So that's going. Now we'll give it a little bit of. All I'm doing is Mediterranean sea salt. It's just very flavorful, fresh grinded up. Almost everything I'm cooking with is from Costco. Organic stuff is pretty expensive, and Costco helps mitigate that.
They should be sponsoring this video.
That's right.
I'll have to call them tomorrow.
Oh, we could probably get a surface light going on here, yeah? Much better.
And cracked pepper.
Yeah. And then
Malabar pepper, to be specific.
I put the lid on that just so that it doesn't all reduce away immediately. And how about a glass for water?
You thirsty already?
For the chicken.
The chicken's thirsty already? How about that?
Okay.
Oh, not tap.
Ah,
Filtered.
there we go.
Uh-huh. Tap is poison.
We don't want to poison our chicken.
No, we don't.
Okay, I'll give that just a little bit there. So that's going to take just a couple minutes. We'll flip it only one time. Get this guy going. How about, do you have any olive oil spray?
Yep. Yep.
This guy right here?
That's olive oil. This is the
we
spray.
got The Misto.
Uh-huh.
Just enough to keep the eggs from sticking here.
This is the creative touch that impressed me. Just combining this egg thing and chicken thing and greens thing, it's just such a great idea.
Yeah, so I came up with this because I'm doing the Biggest Loser contest with the X-Gym. And it's getting this point where it's been going pretty well, but if I don't lose a bit more fat, I'm probably going to lose. And so I thought, what's the highest protein, lowest fat, tastiest thing that I can imagine that I could eat all day long? And I thought, well, egg whites are all good, chicken's all good, leafy greens are all good. Okay, well, let's just stack all those on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where this came from. Okay, so let's get that cranking. Good. I actually like to salt the eggs even before they harden up, just so that the salt works itself in there. Same with the pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is about ready to flip over. We'll flip this.
That was fast.
Yeah, this doesn't take long at all to cook, and it stays really moist because it's just cooking right in that liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do up a few mushrooms. This is really the touch. You know, of course, you can add whatever veggies you like. And the mushrooms for me really make the meal. In the evenings, I've been eating this 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in the evenings, I add asparagus as a little extra treat.
It's a plethora of flavor pleasures.
Just add those in around the edges. So they start soaking up the goodness.
The yummy goodness.
And then we'll do the asparagus, which I already washed earlier. And if you haven't seen before, the way to do asparagus to figure out what to chop off is just let what snaps away go. You don't want to eat that woody part at the end.
Unless you're a woodchuck.
That's right, you can save it for the woodchucks. And then just drop those all right in there. Let them steam up. And this guy's all ready to flip, and as soon as we flip it, then
Oh, you're good. Dude.
old pro.
See, that would have ended up on the stove if I had done
Your
that.
stuff's
And,
clean so easy.
and then cooking to the stove.
You can take the heat off that pan right away because it's done cooking at that point. Especially with no yolks in there, I separated the eggs so there's just whites to cook. Doesn't take long at all. So we'll let that finish. Grab our greens and then make a bed. Greens on my favorite colorful plate. And this plate's just deep enough that it's going to catch our extra sauciness at the bottom there.
Saucy.
Saucy.
And the colorful plate adds to the presentation, which we have addressed. That's very important.
So layer 2 is our egg.
Oh,
Ta-da.
oh,
Yeah, and I only brought enough for one.
oh, no.
Oh, I will share.
There's a taste in there somewhere at least.
Okay, this guy's about ready to go.
Dude. Oh. A little more water.
Yeah, no sauce, no better.
Because that's reducing down, and the yummy goodness from the food you put in there is cooking out into that sauce,
Yeah,
which you will be using as a topping.
that's right.
Oh, which keeps the vitamins and minerals in it.
That's right. Leave that lid on the whole time. Doesn't go anywhere.
You're not throwing away what you're cooking out of that stuff. You're gonna stick it right back in your yummy goodness.
Okay, and with that, bring this over here.
That was fast.
Yeah, making this 3 times a day, it's got to be pretty fast. I also like making this to order every time I need to eat.
Yeah.
Um,
Then it's fresh.
because it's super fresh, it tastes great. I actually like the process of cooking, but it also keeps me from just randomly eating stuff all day long. I'm really trying to lose this fat. That really helps, and it really has helped. I've lost.
It's working. Yeah.
I've lost 3 pounds of fat in the last just 2 weeks.
Dude.
Yeah, 10.8% today.
Wow.
I weighed in it.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah. Okay, so then just pour it on and let it drizzle down.
Drizzle.
By the time we're all done, those greens are just going to be soaking it up.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah. Super nice.
I'm going to the store. Right after this is over, I'm coming back
That's
and I'm
right.
making this.
Ta-da.
Oh, look at that.
So that is hen on fungus.
Hen on fungus. Or chicken
Or chicken pending.
pending. Hen on fungus, also known as chicken pending.
Very nice.
That is, oh man. You rock, dude.
All right, best
That's
part.
the best. And that's why you're wearing the hat. And because you are the man. Good job.
Bon appetit.
Yeah, bon appetit.